Ready, ma'am? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to, it's 5:30, Thursday, September 28th, 2023. Ready to start the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. Can everybody please stand for the invocation, Mr. Al, please? Paula?
Heavenly Father, as we gather here today to do the work of the city, we ask that you help us to watch our words and our actions in doing those things that we all feel that are best for the city moving forward. Heavenly Father, amen.
Amen.
Thank you, sir.
That's all right. Amen.
Okay, before we started, do we have any visitors today that want to discuss something that's not on the agenda for today? That's not on the agenda? Nope. All right, well, thank you. Okay, we're going to start with item 4. We're going to swear in a new member, Mr. Matthew Malone. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. You raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. I, Matt Malone. Do solemnly swear. That I will faithfully perform. The duties of the office. Of board member for the Planning and Zoning Commission. City of Terrell. Kaufman County, Texas. And will to the best of my ability. Preserve, protect, and defend. The Constitution and laws of the United States. And of this state. And the charter and ordinances of the City of Terrell. And I further do solemnly swear. That I have neither directly nor indirectly. Paid, offered, or promised to pay. Contributed or promised to contribute. Any money or valuable thing. To secure my appointment. Or the confirmation thereof. So help me God. Congratulations.
Welcome aboard, sir. Okay. On to action item 5.1, discuss of the adoption of minutes. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion that we approve the minutes from August 24th, 2023, Planning and Zoning meeting.
Okay, we have a motion. We have a second. Thank you. All those in favor say aye. Any nays? Motion carries. Okay, we're gonna go to action, item number 6.1, and it's to conduct a public hearing to receive comments regarding a zone change from retail to single-family 7.5. Property is located at 104 Jones and 601 Pacific, City of Terrell, Kaufman County, ZC 23-07. Mr. Snapser.
Commissioners, we bring to you here tonight, this is a zoning change to rezone from retail to single-family 7.5. So this is the location of the property that you have before you on the screen. I'm just going to roll through these and we'll come to questions and you can go to public hearing. But this is the location of the property, and the next slide is the zoning for that area, as you can see. And then that's the future land use of that. So this property is going to put some, I'll just show you the big picture. If you go to page 22, and you can see he's wanting to construct some car lots and put in there. So he is going to put that in, and you'll see the next slide. There's a rendering of what he is proposing on 601 Pacific. And then that's the second one. So we have sent out 16 letters, in a 200-foot buffer zone of that, and no opposing from there that we've received. The future land use of this map designates the property as mixed use. And so staff recommends approval for this requested zone change. I'll answer any questions.
They just built a second house on that property on the Pacific, correct?
Yes. So,
Anybody have any questions for Mr. Snap? Okay, we're going to open the public hearing. Is there anyone here to discuss and in favor of this?
It's our property.
Okay. You want something to say? Come on up, sir.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
State your name.
State your name.
State your name and address.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm Scott Evans, and my wife's Sandra Evans, and we're at 104 Jones.
Well, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. We purchased the property about a year and a half ago, and we completely renovated it, gutted it down to studs, built a brand-new house. The problem is, being zone retail, and we've lived there now almost 2 years, is that we can't build any kind of covered parking. Because being zone retail, we can't add any kind of carport, we can't do a garage, we can't do anything. And of course, with obviously 120-degree temperatures and, hailstorm every time it rains, need some form of covered parking if we can get it. And then, of course, the lot being the size it is, next to us at 601, owning that one as well, I don't see how anything ever retail size would ever be built on there with the setbacks. It's going to be something very tiny. But we are able to probably build a house on that, which I would do.
Well, thank you, sir, for your
That's
time.
all I got. Yep, thanks.
Have anyone else discuss in favor of this? No? Is there anyone here to discuss not in favor of this? No? Okay. Close the public hearing. We're going to scoop over to 6.2. Discuss and consider ordinance 3021, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Terrell, Kaufman County, Texas, amending Appendix 2 zoning ordinance of the City of Terrell by changing the zoning classification of certain real property, more particularly described as Lot 2R and 3R, Block 350, Terrell Revised Edition, and also known as 601 Pacific Avenue and 104 West Jones Street, City of Terrell, Kaufman County, Texas, as specified in warranty deeds dated November 4th, 2020, and February 8th, 2022, attached hereto as Exhibits A and B, and made a part hereof for all purposes from retail to single-family. 6, providing for the repeal of conflicting ordinances, providing for severability, and providing an effective date.
Commissioners, this is basically the same property. This is the ordinance that would allow that to happen. That's what this is. So this is, with your approval, this would allow this to occur. And this is ordinance 3021. If you have any questions.
Anybody have questions for Snaps? Do I hear a motion?
I move that we approve ordinance number 3021.
Okay, I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second? I have a second to approve ordinance 3021. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. All right, moving on to 6.3. Conduct a public hearing to receive comments of a specific use permit to allow the use of a used car dealership. The property is located at West Everett Addition, Slot 1, Block 1, on 1.91 acres, also known as 5878 US Highway 80, City of Terrell, Kaufman County, Texas. It's SUP 23-07. Mr.
Okay.
Snap.
So this item here, I want to orient you real quick. This is the location. If you'll go out west of town, and before you get to the pet spa where 557 and 80 collide, there used to be an old dealership there many moons ago, and this applicant has come forward seeking to put a used car dealership in this location. and it is zoned highway corridor at this time. So therefore, it's going to require a special use permit for this to allow. You see the zoning that that area is already zoned at. And we sent out 3 letters to the buffer area, and as far as I know, we did not receive any. So if you'll turn to the slide, go to the renderings there, Katie. And this is what they're proposing to do this. There's going to be quite an extensive amount of work being done out there to get this there. But this is to allow them to use this facility. And it's been dormant for many years, so they have some opportunities there, but they're willing to do that. The owners are here today, if we have any questions for them. And I'll open it up for questions or public hearing.
Yes. The location of it was right there off.
Where's it again?
Go out west of town, and as you get in the curve of where you get for the pet spa, there's another establishment there. Let's leave it at that before you get to that one, but it's in that curve. Used to be an old Platinum or Ford dealership. Some of you have been here longer than I have.
That's what it was.
So I think it was an old Ford dealership many, many moons ago. It's been dormant for now, and they're wanting to fulfill that facility.
Are they moving from where they are here? Or this
No, this is somebody else.
is different?
Yeah, this has nothing to do with Platinum.
No, I'm talking about the fourth line is right there next to Brahms. So we're moving out there.
They're keeping it.
Keeping both?
Keep it.
That's fine. Just curious.
Any other questions, Mr. Knapp? All right. We're going to open the public hearing. Is there anyone here that wants to speak in favor of this ordinance? Step up, please, and state your name and address.
Hi, my name is Eric Garcia, owner of Fourth Lane Auto, live on 701 9th Street. I've been there 20 years. I started this dealership 7 years ago. Ever since we started it, we've been Reader's Choice Dealer of the Year, Used Car Dealer of the Year. I began working here 16 years old with Mr. Randall Noe, who bought it from Mr. Everett. It was an old Chrysler dealership, moved it into town. Mr. Everett told me stories about how he used to work at that dealership and some of the qualities that he had and he learned and you know, picked up. And I just want to bring back some tradition to the town. We sold 2,000 cars over the last 7 years. We have nowhere to work on them. We're using independent shops. We're using just about anybody that can fit us in just to take care of our customers. This isn't going to be a full-blown automotive, you know, trying to take over a city. This is just us trying to take care of the customers that buy from us. In a growing city, I feel like that's very important. An independent car lot that is not just, you know, hands held by a franchise. We're allowed to do different things. You can walk in, you can talk to me. We're the only family-owned and locally operated dealership in Terrell now. You know, most everyone else is gone. You know, so we're here just to take care of the community like we always have, and we want to continue to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time. Is there anyone else that wants to speak in favor of this motion? Anyone here to speak against this ordinance? Nope. Okay. Close the public hearing. Item 6.4 is discuss and consider ordinance 3020, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Terrell, Kaufman County, Texas, granting a special use permit under the provision of 31 Appendix 2 zoning ordinance of the City of Terrell to John Eric Garcia, allowing an exception to the provision of Section 28 Appendix 2 zoning ordinance of the City of Terrell for certain property more particularly described as Lot 1, Block 1, West Everett addition to the City of Terrell, and also being further described as 1.91 acres of land out of the Thomas A. Wardrop Survey, A-597, Kaufman County, Texas, by permitting a car dealership to be located on the said property currently zoned as highway courier according to the plat attached here as Exhibit A and made a part of for all purposes, providing for the repeal of conflicting ordinances, providing for severability, and providing an effective date. Mr. Snap, sir. Anybody have any questions for Mr. Snap? It's basically just,
Yes, this is
For
the
SUP.
ordinance for that to be approved. This is what this is being presented. That's correct. Ordinance 3020. I'll answer any questions.
anybody have any questions for Mr. Snap? No? Well, it's a good little area there, and we do appreciate the, y'all taking the time to go out there and doing something with that property. Thank you. Do I have a motion on the floor? If you have any more questions? Do I hear a motion? I'll make a motion. I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed? No, motion carries. Okay. We're gonna go to action items. 7.1 is discuss and consider the acceptance of public improvement for Metro Edition, East Edition, CP 22-08. Mr. Snap.
Okay. What this is anytime we have a facility, this is NFI Industries. It's a cold storage facility that's just put in off Jamerson Court in the industrial park area. And anytime a major facility has gone in and they've added utilities to our system, we have to go in and approve those after the completion of the project. And what this is actually a certification from the city engineer that the utilities have been put in correctly. In addition, all the contractors and all that, as an affidavit that you see in there that everybody's been paid. So that means as we accept ownership of the utilities, the water and the sewer lines, that no one else can come back and someone didn't get paid for their products. So this is just a approval of that. So I presented that to you for approval and acceptance.
Any questions? Do I have a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve Metro East Edition, CP 22-08.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second? I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No. Motion carries. We're going to discuss 7.2, discuss and consider a construction plat for the Metro Crest Edition, Lot 3, Block D, being 15.695 acres out of the John C. Hale Survey, abstract number 202, City of Terrell, Kaufman County, Texas, located at the southeast corner of US 80 and Metro Crest Way, CP 23-06.
Okay, this right here, I'll help get everybody oriented on the location of this facility. When you come north off 148, off 557, going north, so you're going across the bridge from Discount Tire and Bucky's area, you go across the bridge, you come to the first red light, that's Apache Trail, you take a left and you'll go into the business park. And when you turn into the business park, there's that small convenience store, pseudo truck stop there that has, the property next to it is where GH Cranes would be coming in. So they've applied for a construction plat for a facility to be installed there. And the next page over is actually a plat of that location that they're going to do. So this is seeking their approval. The staff recommends approval on this construction plat. Do I have any questions?
No questions? No? Okay. Do I have a motion on the floor?
Approve construction plat for the Metro Crest Edition, Lot 3, Block D, being 15.695 acres out of the John C. Hill Survey, abstract number 202.
I have a motion for approval. Do I have a second? Second. I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? No. Motion carries. Item 7.3, discuss and consider a construction plat for Crossroad of Terrell, at Terrell, Phase 338, Lots 1R, Block 1, being a replat of Lot 1, Block 1, being 2.003 acres out of the John C. Hill Survey, abstract number 202, City of Terrell, Kaufman County, Texas, located at the northwest corner of American Way and Merchant Way, CP 23-07.
Okay, I bring to you here basically a replat. This is the location, it's going to be referred to as Chewy's. This is out at the Crossroads area. So what this is, basically, is a little bit of reverse of a normal installation. For Chewy's to begin, they have to own the plat and the land. So they have to have a final plat, so they have to close on it to have a final plat. But this is actually a construction plat for them to actually build it and construct it and go from there. And then we'll finalize it and do the improvements just like we did on the other item, where we'll go out there and approve all the utilities that are connected to our utilities. All that land is owned by a developer, so he has to break it up. As he breaks it up, he has to sell individual lots or major lots. So for an entity to own it, they have to actually own the final plat of that property and then proceed with the construction plat. You've seen there's activity going on out there, so this is what this is. Any questions?
Nope, no questions. Thank you, sir. Do I have a motion?
I move that we approve the construction plat for Crossroads at Terrell Phase 3A, Lots 1R, Block 1, being a replat of Lot 1, Block 1, being 2.003 acres out of the John C. Hill Survey, abstract number 202.
I have a motion to approve. Do I hear a second? I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 7.4, discuss and consider a final plat for Fagan Additions, Lot 45R, Block 4, being a replat of Lot 45 and 46, being .20 acres out of the Mark Farrell Survey, abstract 4375, City of Terrell, Kaufman County, Texas, also known as 1118 South Medora, FP 23-21.
So this plat here, applicant has submitted it for, basically, the original lots were approximately 25 feet, and they're combining those two lots into one lot being 50 foot wide to build a single-family home. And you see in the packet that you have, there's also a development agreement with that entity on further bounds and meets and bounds of what that development must have. But that's what the basis of this is. So we're taking two lots, making one lot, so they can build a single-family home. So with that, the staff recommends approval for this item. Any questions I may answer?
Any questions? It's pretty simple on this one, too. Do I have a motion?
Move that we approve the final plat for Fagan Addition, Lot 45R, Block 4, being a replat of lots 45 and 46, being 0.20 acres out of the Mark Farrell Survey, abstract number 4375.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second? I have a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries. Yes, ma'am. Oh, Susan. Okay, we're gonna move on to item 7.5. Discuss and consider a final plat for the Midland Height Additions, Lot 4R and 5R, being a replat of portion of unrecorded Midland Heights Additions out of the W. Rayleigh Survey, abstract 418, and J. Crude Survey, abstract number 90, City of Terrell, Kaufman County, Texas, FP 23-22.
Okay, this is very similar to the ones we just recently did. I want to get you oriented on the location of where this is at in the city. It's basically over behind us off 34, between Bryn and State Street, I believe. If I know my streets, I'm learning them. I'm getting there. But this is off Blanche from 34, and this individual is replatting this property here. If you'll turn one more page over, you'll see that he's basically rearranging the plat so he can accommodate the houses on that land. So you can see from the original plat, it was a little whoppy-jawed. That's a technical term, it's an engineering technical term. And he's making it where he can accommodate 2 lots there. So staff recommends approval on that. I'll answer any questions you may have.
Those are nice lot sizes. I mean, I see how he increases, not the typical 50 for the
Yes.
front. Yeah, that's much better.
Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Any other questions, Ray? Do I hear a motion? Do I have a motion on the floor?
Yeah, give me just a minute to think about what I want to say
Oh,
about which page I'm on here.
I'll make a motion that we approve Midland Heights Edition, Lot 4R and 5R, Block 1, FP 23-22.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second? I'm sorry, again? We have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Oh, motion carries. Now to item 7.6, discuss and consider a final plat for Interstate 20 Estates, lots 14A and 14B, being a replat of lot 14 being 5 acres, City of Terrell, ETJ, Kaufman County, Texas, also known as 1519 County Road 136A, FP 23-23.
Okay. This one is a property that's outside our city limits, but inside our ETJ. So what the city has, the obligation is, if in that situation, we don't have authority over the zoning, but we have authority over the platting. So that's the only process and involvement that the city has with this. So we're involved with just platting, the final plat for this property. And since it's in our ETJ, but outside our city limits. So answer any questions on this.